This is it. This is episode 635, No Laugh Track Podcast in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're at Acme, and I'm Justin Severson, and I am here with Trevor Anderson, who I was convinced we had done this one-on-one before, and I still think it exists somewhere, and I just can't find it. But
I don't think so. I think every time I've been with somebody else when we've done the podcast, they're
crazy.
finally trusting me to be on my own.
Well, actually, we're bringing your daughter out. She's going to be the... No.
Yeah. No,
You saw Aiden here. We're bringing him back.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like I was telling you last night, I swear, I'm like, didn't I talked to Trevor one-on-one on the podcast because I had this sheet and this is the topics. I know. So that must have happened with somebody else here. But in any case, welcome back.
Yes,
sir.
I'm happy to be here without any dead weight.
Yeah, let's list them all
Take
by
that,
name.
Derek Hughes.
Oh, that's very funny. That was, let's see, that was when you did Crash and Burn.
No, I've never done Crash and Burn.
What was the Derek Hughes
It was
one?
my album was coming out.
That's what
and
it was.
I was featuring that week. So
That's it. The album was coming out. That's right.
Yeah.
So when you got, that'll lead me to my first question here. When you were introduced last night, when they were like, and your headliner, he can be heard on Sirius XM.
Yes.
That's the album. Clips from that get played on Sirius XM, correct?
Yeah, there's a couple channels that are playing. There's the pure comedy, the clean one for people who, they just can't handle the swear words. And, I don't care.
No swearsies. I need you to say no swearsies.
No swearsies, yeah. No, I mean, that was the goal for the whole album, to be like, it's clean front to back. Because, a lot of work I do is with company parties or corporate things. So it's like to have 60 minutes, like, there's proof that I can do it if you want, and it's just, it's good to have that goal to, get it. Now my mom can tell all of her church friends, go buy his album, all that stuff, which, yeah. So I think I sold 5 CDs to them. Worth it.
As soon as you said that, I'm picturing you outside your parents' church with a little table. Come on, you guys. You've known me since I was a kid.
Just a sign that says no swearsies.
Oh, that's fantastic. Have you heard your stuff on the radio?
I haven't personally. I did. One of my friends from like way back in high school posted on Facebook a little screenshot of their car, like, "Hey, is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is." So that was kind of cool to like,
Was it someone that was like, what the?
Yeah, he's we haven't talked in probably 20 years or whatever,
Oh, that's
but
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So that was cool that, and I think my cousin said they heard it on there, but yeah, I don't even know if I have Sirius XM. I think they do a pretty good job of giving it to everybody when you buy a car or whatever,
Oh, they've got to the point they don't even try to like hardball you into like continuing your subscription now.
Yeah.
It's just like, what can we?
Yeah.
Like, what are you willing to pay? $1 a month?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost that. They're almost that generous these days, because I certainly have satellite radio, and I could not be paying for it if it was not.
Yeah.
Really affordable. Really affordable. Before we did this, you were at a day baseball game with the kid.
Yep. Yeah, my brother said he had some tickets. So my daughter just ended her preschool and is going to kindergarten in September. So we're just having a fun summer doing summer stuff, and a day baseball game sounded pretty great.
So is this the plan? Wife works all day, and you got the kid
She
duties,
is
or how is
actually
it shaping up?
In a week and a half. She is taking a 2-month sabbatical from work. She's been with the company long enough where she saw someone else was like, took a leave of absence. And she's like, well, I want to do that. So she was like, hey, July through August, I want to just hang out with my family. And so that's going to be great.
Holy
yeah.
crap.
Yeah. So we're going to go on a big vacation.
I thought you meant then you won't have all the duties with the kid. That's why it's so great.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of that's great. It is. I mean, solo parenting is. She's pretty easy. Like yesterday, it was her birthday, so we went to the library. We went to I asked her where she wanted to go to eat, and she said Stray Dog, which is the bar across the street from where we live. So it's like I'm like, I should stop bringing my kid to the bar, but like. They have a good kids menu. All the all the regulars know her now. Like
Come on.
there's these two sweet ladies. They just sit there and drink rail vodka sodas and so they got Quinn a little present, and one of the bartenders got Quinn a present.
No.
And I was like, I might be the only guy whose kid is gonna brag about daddy's bar friends giving her birthday presents.
Holy cow! This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I was always envious of the parents of the kids who like got. I never went in bars with my family as a kid.
Yeah.
Like never.
And this isn't like
I'm not
bar
from a family
bar,
of drinkers, so like that just wasn't the thing. I always
Well,
thought
we're
that was
from Wisconsin originally, so it just we accidentally walk into bars with our kids.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
No,
That is
she
so
has
funny.
her signature cocktail is lemonade and soda water. We call it the Quinn Fizz.
Stop.
Yeah.
Did she?
So yeah.
Did she just say, "Give me the regular"?
Well, now they know. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But we sit at a table away from the bar. We're not that comfortable. She's just sitting there. Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I think she has a doctor appointment, so that'll be
Oh.
super fun. Yeah.
fun. So she just turned 5?
5. Yep.
Wow.
5.
That's a big deal in a little girl's life.
Yeah.
I saw that your house is full of princess dresses, like mine has been.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
20
She
years.
was. I mean, she's in a constant growth spurt, so she was really devastated when she wanted to play princess dress up, and her dress box didn't fit. So I put Facebook back on my phone just so I could go on Messenger or on the marketplace, and then like we did like a tour to Facebook Market on our first day off of school. We just got in the car and I think we put on 125 miles just driving around the suburbs picking up Elsa dresses and
crazy.
yeah, we stopped to lunch with Tommy Ryman.
I saw that.
Yeah, gotta get pizza.
Were these families going, just please take these from us? We don't have any use
The last
for them?
one we were at, she had this big bag, and I was like, we kind of just need and she's like, oh, this one will probably fit. Here, take this. She's like cleaning house,
Yeah.
When you get that in that mode, it's kind of hard to.
I
to
wonder
stop.
what that'd have looked like if you would have showed up to get those and it was just you and not with the kid.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just hold it up to myself, like I think I can squeeze into this.
Do you have anything a little bigger?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Oh, that's fantastic. How did I guess I have one more question about bringing a kid to a ball game. How does she stay entertained at a Twins game?
She was sitting next to her cousin the whole time, so he's the cool older cousin, and
Oh, cool, under cousin.
and got her hot dog, ice cream sandwich. She never had an ice cream sandwich before. She had various other ice cream varieties, and I'm like, I don't think you've ever had this. And of course, just made a big mess, but it was
Perfect.
it was a hit.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
You didn't do the face painting.
No. Do they have face painting there?
Yeah, I was telling you, I took my
Oh.
daughter a couple weeks ago. That was her highlight of the day.
We'll have to do that next
the
time.
face
Yeah.
And I started thinking, man, if you're doing a face painting gig at one of these places, you're charging $10, $15, and you have a steady line of kids.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I need to get into that.
Yeah,
Some
no,
big money.
I have a buddy who he does caricature. That's his like main job is
Yeah.
doing caricature. He like works at the mall. He does corporate functions too, and we actually we'll commiserate over like, oh man, this one weird booker, because like we have non-traditional jobs,
Yeah.
but he's like, oh, I got to do a high school lock-in, and I'm like, I'll never do one of those,
Yeah, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
What is the how? I saw another post on Facebook. You described as being, we're talking about doing headlining home club this week, first full week, right? First full week.
First full week.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, really, really excited for it. Last night was fun. There was, a bunch of the parents that we know from the daycare. They all got babysitters and came out. So
Oh, that's what Ben was referencing
Yeah.
on stage. Okay,
yeah,
so there was a parent group that was here.
yeah.
Oh, very cool.
I was like, wow, you guys got babysitters on a Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
But
Once in a while, I think that there should be a little. Lewis should open one on the back here.
yeah,
Have
just put them in the escape room in the basement.
I mean, is there a more perfect place than that? Really? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about last night. By the way, the contest is going on,
Yep.
And I will say that that once again proves that comedy is not as easy as it looks sometimes.
Yeah. Although I thought everyone did pretty good. Like they at least like you could tell they knew what comedy was.
Absolutely.
So every once in a while you get these
Absolutely.
people. I'm like, how did you think? Well, you know what? Everybody deserves a shot. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was it was they had 5 of them last night. And then we had one, and I'm gonna get this out there. I can't believe people still do this. He went past. He got his mic cut.
Yeah.
Did you notice that last night?
I didn't see that one.
He
but-
kept going. All of a sudden, my wife was like, He's not being amplified.
Oh no.
Oh no. Biggest rule about that thing is you're not supposed to go past your
I was
minutes.
talking with Linda beforehand. She was saying that too. She's like, that's not that anybody asks for advice, but she's like, that's the number one thing is just, it's better to be like, oh, that's my time. Maybe catch you next time or something, but
I heard the rules may have changed about where those contestants are hanging out before the show. Aiden had a little issue with somebody in the back.
I think it's been that way for a year or two now.
Has it?
They don't really let him in the green room, which
Not always, apparently.
yeah, I didn't know about that, but yeah, it's
I want to. You just kind of said it real quick here a minute ago about putting Facebook back on your phone.
oh yeah. I mean,
Let's talk about that.
I just kind of realized that like, earlier a few months ago, I was just like, this is not making me happy ever. Like literally ever. I just sit there and scroll. It's like I could be doing anything else. And social media, you kind of have to have it to plug stuff. And I've been promoting the shows and stuff, but that to me is really all I need it for,
Mm-hmm.
And even then, like this place has a built-in audience too. But it's one of those things where, yeah, I should be trying to grow my following, my whatever. Like I think we were at Best Buy, and they're like, oh, put your email in, and then they're like, oh, comedy, that's cool. Do you do comedy? And I was like, oh yeah, I bartend at Acme. I just said that, and then Jessica, my wife, was like, aren't you supposed to like get people interested in your stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I just didn't want to talk to this guy at Best Buy about it,
Yeah, well, because I'm sure maybe it hasn't happened to you, but I've heard people talk like you can get into a situation where like, oh, you're a comedian, huh? I was just listening to a different podcast where this happened. It was like Joe List, and he was like, he was called up for being a comedian, and they were like, all right, well, entertain us.
Yeah, that happened
Like,
to.
what the fuck? I'm not. This isn't my job to entertain you off the clock. Like, no.
There's a local dude, Ryan Call, who's
Oh, yeah.
super funny, and he does like plumbing stuff, and it was in kind of his like work bio, something about comedy. And then he told me this story. This lady was like, yeah, and after you're done with the water heater, can you do like a little video for my friend? And he's just kind of, hey, and then like she legit came up to him with her phone, and he's like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Like that, I thought you were kidding. And
No,
she's
no,
like,
no,
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 just
no,
do
no,
a
no.
little skit for my friend. And he's like, so he immediately took that out of his work bio.
Oh my god, yeah, that's probably that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. I need to bring up that I brought my 20-year-old daughter last night for her first stand-up show at Acme.
That's crazy. That's great.
You were her first.
Yeah.
so-
Well, and Ben and Linda and the contestants,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, so technically, she and I have seen 3 stand-up shows together. Jessica Kierson, you know who that is?
I don't,
Comedian?
no.
She's out in New York. She's like a middle-aged lesbian comedian who's really.
Oh, yeah.
She can be very filthy, talking
Yeah.
about sex and stuff. And
Yeah.
my daughter and I have seen her 3 times together.
funny.
And there's been some moments where I'm like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
okay."
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I don't, I don't
The opposite
bill
of a
myself
Trevor
as
Anderson
as a clean comic. I just like in general don't talk
Right.
about that stuff.
Right.
Like there's enough people doing it, and
Yeah. I couldn't imagine you saying some of the things, some of the crowd. Well, first of all, you don't do much crowd work. She does a ton of crowd work. I couldn't imagine you saying the things that she's saying, and that's totally okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always found that like, the crowd work, there's definitely a time and a place for it, but people like they get nervous like, oh, I want to sit in the front, they're going to pick on me, and I'm like, no, I have things I want to say. You don't enter the equation really.
Right.
Just to kick back and enjoy the show, like
When I was picking up the tickets last night here, literally the couple in front of me, they were getting theirs, and the guy's like, he was asked, "Would you have any preference where you want to seat?" And he goes, "Sit." Well, I mean, not in front. And then I go, "That means he wants to sit up front." And he laughed a little, and then the guy goes, "No, seriously, like I don't want to be in I don't know, the splash zone."
Yeah,
he didn't want to be in the splash zone.
I get that too, and there's one time I think where it was early on. I think it was featuring, but like my parents came to the show and they were sitting right up front, and it's like they've heard all my jokes, so it didn't deter me. But I was like, then I was watching them watch the other comedians because I knew where they were, and I was like, oh, they think that, they know what that is. I don't want you laughing at that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think of the joke now. Sean Nafstad has a fantastic joke it's not the cleanest. And I was at he was opening for Pete Lee last year, and I sat next to Joe Mauer.
Oh,
Joe Mauer laughed his ass off, and one of the dirtiest jokes of the night.
That's funny.
Oh, hell yeah, Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, very funny stuff. So not only did I bring my daughter last night to see her first headlining show at Acme, but we also brought her boyfriend along, who is from basically where you grew up.
Oh, really?
He went to the same high school.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I was like, "Do you know where Woodville is?" He goes, "We share a high school." Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And it's one of my college friends. I haven't talked to her in years. We were both in the music program together. I was like, "There's no way that's her." And then, sure enough, after the show, she came up and she's like, "This is my husband," and he was like, I have a bunch of relatives in Woodville, and their last name is Anderson. And I was like, and we're not related or anything, but because we moved there from elsewhere. But
sure.
Yeah, it's a small world. The town is like 1,000 people. But
and when you talk about your dad was a pastor, right?
Yep.
Is he still?
No, he retired. He still does some like fill-in stuff like that, at other churches and stuff.
Seems to always be a need.
Yeah. And we actually did a show back in Woodville. There's an awesome venue there, the Garage Bar, that these people came in, bought the. So you want to talk about dive bars in small towns? They bought it, turned it into like a family restaurant that has a bar, but they have music all the time. So I reached out and I was like, "Hey, do you guys want to do some shows? I'll host them, so it's kind of a familiar face, and then just bring funny people from the Twin Cities." And yeah, I forget where I was going with that, but that's been kind of good.
No kidding.
So, yeah, it's been fun to do that.
Very cool. Very cool. I was shocked when my for people to know the population of Woodville is like around 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like more people in my college freshman dorm building than my hometown,
Crazy.
But it's nice to go visit.
Yeah. When you were growing up there, and this is the thing I think I've asked you before, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Did you, because I grew up in St. Paul, so like when I first heard people call Minneapolis, St. Paul, we're going to the cities.
Yeah.
Like that was a whole new thing for me when I was, I don't know, 10 years old or something. Heard somebody say that for the first time. Was that a phrase you guys did in Woodville? We're going to go to the cities.
Go for supplies. Yeah. Or a Twins game, because it's about an hour east of here. So it's like, yeah, if you wanted to do something fun, you kind of had to leave town, which is again why I was like, "Hey, we got a venue here. Let's import some entertainment," because they do not like coming to Minneapolis.
So that's another thing is when we're on the way here last night, we asked my daughter's boyfriend, we're like, "So what do you, like now that we're downtown here, like there's all these people, the hustle and the bustle." We're like, "What do you feel about this?"
Yeah.
Do you ever want to, because they're in like their early 20s. Like, would you ever want to move to Minneapolis? And he just is like, I hate, no. Like,
yeah.
He's so small town, like, wants to stay.
Yeah, and
right where you grew up.
I could see the benefits of it too, but it's like, both my wife and I are from small towns and just enjoy being in the city and, like just the diversity, the people you meet, like just walking back from the Twin Stadium to here, we were walking, hand in hand, and this guy got off his bike, and he's like, "Well, nice day for what?" Like, we were just struck up a conversation, and my folks have even said in like small towns, like, we don't talk to our neighbors really, It's like we're in a cul-de-sac for the same 20 years, and it's like you kind of smile and wave when you bring your garbage can out, but
More gossiping about him.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my neighbors, actually, she's a sweet little old lady. She grew up in Ellsworth, which is very close to there. And I was helping her just the other day. My daughter and I went over to help, fix a closet rod or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to Ellsworth. And I was like, oh, I grew up close to there. And I was like, what made you come to the cities and she's like, oh, you got to leave those towns eventually. All they do is drink and talk about you behind your back.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
She is not wrong. Oh, that's pretty funny. What else did I want to talk about from last night? I learned from you on stage last night that there are battery-powered caulking guns.
Yeah.
I literally didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, the Ryobi, one battery system or whatever. They just make the battery and then a million things because they know, like guys like their gear and gadgets and stuff like that. And it actually is pretty useful. We were doing the siding on the cabin, and it's it's very easy, but yeah, not the most necessity of any tool.
No, I literally had to Google that today. I'm like, I've never seen one of these.
Yeah.
Now I want one, of course. Have I ever asked you, and this is a question I used to ask people a lot, is if, remember when Chad Daniels had that beer named after him?
Yeah, that was a good beer.
It was.
Yeah.
Have I ever asked you if you had a product, what it would be, and whether I have or not, come up with a new answer?
Oh, no, you haven't.
Somebody said, Trevor, how about we have a iced tea or a glass of, who knows? What would yours be if it was up to you?
Oh, I mean, I drink iced coffee like it's my job, especially during the summer. So yeah, maybe. But that's the thing, is I don't have an interesting coffee order. I go to this coffee shop in my neighborhood, and the lady had all the tickets, and she was shaking and misting and spritzing, and I was just waiting, and she came up. She's like, "Oh, sorry about that. That took forever." And I was like, "Can I just get a black iced coffee?" And she goes, "You should have just said that was the easiest order. We should have a line for people just to have easy orders." She's like, "I'm going to remember that." And I'm like,
my goodness.
I'm like, "Well, I've been coming here for 6 years and you still don't remember me." So
you got to mix it. You got to switch it up one time just to really, become memorable, right?
Yeah, I used to.
That's
we
funny.
actually I play in an Allman Brothers tribute band, the Brothers Almanac.
Yeah.
And I think we're in talks with a brewery. It fell through, but they're like, oh, because we play there a lot. They're like, oh, if you would have a beer, what would it be? Kind of named after one of the Allman Brothers songs. One of the guys in the group said, what if we did a NA beer called Trouble No More, which was one of their songs.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty funny one. We're past that.
Yeah. Some company should be using that if you're not.
Yeah.
What a great name for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have more gigs lined up for the Allman Brothers Band?
We got a couple.
Brothers Allman?
Yeah. Yeah. We're up at Crooners up in Columbia Heights or whatever. Fridley. We're doing that in August. Doing a couple things. It's funny. We're actually doing a big performing arts center down in Iowa where I did stand up there last year. And then I saw their calendar. It's all tribute bands and the local, Little Mermaid production or whatever. And I was like, hey, would you ever want an Allman Brothers tribute? So it's I'm scouting it out with comedy and then
cool.
Passing along the email. So yeah. But yeah, we don't we're not beating the pavement, growing our hair out and trying to do the whole tribute band thing. It's we just like the music and we like to play with each other. We're all good friends in the group. So yeah.
You at some point soon you could literally take over for. I know the Allman Brothers don't play anymore, but they only have one remaining member.
We like.
Do they have that name forever? Could you just take the name and be the Allman Brothers at some point?
Maybe. I feel like Dickie Betts and Dwayne and Greg both have sons that are doing music. And they work together too, so they might have first dibs on it since their dads were,
Suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose.
They actually did at the ballpark. They do the celebrity lookalike thing, and one of them was Greg Allman, and they just zoomed in on a old guy with long hair, and he was shredding guitar. I was like, Greg didn't play guitar. My daughter wasn't impressed with my rock knowledge. My 5-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's fantastic. You have mentioned that movie Three Ninjas on stage on and off for a bit. And last night, it's one of my favorites. I love that. That's a great one. It's one of your many.
Yeah, I
funny
mean, the
jokes.
90s was a golden era of ninja content. There was surf ninjas. There was a bunch of three ninjas.
So I did a quick little search on Three Ninjas, and just 2 days ago, a story was written about how people want it to come back again. They want Netflix to revive it.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cobra Kai is done.
Oh,
and
sure.
now there's a space for
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah, as far as like rebooted property, it's not like they're going to. I think I even mentioned on stage, like, the movie doesn't hold. It's not good. But, to an 8-year-old boy, I was like, this is the best thing ever. It's like, my brothers and I are ninjas,
That's so funny.
But yeah, so it's like, when they reboot something, everyone's always like, oh, they're going to ruin it. The original was so good. Not a chance. They couldn't possibly make a worse thing than the original one.
I had no idea they made multiple sequels already.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. There's one with Hulk Hogan.
Yep, I think is that Mega Mountain, like
Yes,
High
it
Noon at
is.
Mega Mountain or something. Yeah,
It has like 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's generous. I don't think I've even seen that one, but
Oh,
yeah.
well, now I think I know what you and Q were doing this weekend.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on. You've talked about playing video game guy, right?
Yeah, I like video games.
What did you think about the whole PlayStation news last week about getting rid of physical CDs or
yeah.
whatever they are, discs
Yeah,
to play your
it's-
games?
I get that. So I have like the PS5 with the physical disc slot. I still have pretty much only bought digital versions of the games. I don't know. It's easy. You could kind of scroll through the library and you hit the button, and then it's like, and they always have like these stupid sales where it's like 1,000% off. I'm like, well, I'm never going to play this game, but it's only $4. So yeah.
Such a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pretty much only play video games after like my wife and daughter have gone to bed, because that was kind of a thing when the kid goes to school, my wife goes to work, and after post-pandemic, I kind of accidentally became full-time comedian, and then also stay-at-home dad, stuff like that. And it's like the joke I have about being a stay-at-home dad with a wife that goes to work and a kid that goes to school all the time. It's like, I should do something with my, just the guilt would eat me away if, it's like, what have you been doing all day? It's like, I leveled up, it's like, do some dishes, do some laundry.
Did you see, I don't know if you saw before I sat down, did you see the sticker I have
Oh, yeah.
on
I
the
like
front
that.
of my notebook here?
That was designed by Acme's own James Stanley.
Look at
yeah.
that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So I have a Trevor Anderson sticker on there. I don't know if people could see that from where is it? But so that people don't know, of course, there's the microphone and then
The spatula.
the spatula. You were selling your cooking utensils last night
Yeah.
at the show. Did you sell any?
Yeah, good amount of them. It's
Every time it's like, that is the coolest thing, man.
So I hand make, in the wood shop, my dad and I during the pandemic, like he retired, I was hiatus from comedy, so we just hung out in the wood shop, and I think I was working with Ahmed. We were on the road, and he was just selling stickers, and he ended up making more money than me. I'm like, wait, I'm headlining. You're not supposed to make more money. I paid for gas, and he's like, you got to have some sort of merch. People just, it's a way for them to be like, I like you. Here's some extra money. And I was resistant. It's like, I want to be a comedian. I don't want to be a T-shirt salesman. It's like, well, comedian doesn't pay the best, and so anytime you can like help fill the gas tank or whatever. But yeah, I was like, had this bag of like wooden spatulas that we made, and I was like, I think I might just bring those. It's weird enough where people, I sell a couple of them, then that's great. But yeah, people are always like, you should like go to farmers markets, and it wouldn't work at a craft fair. Like, it needs to be the juxtaposition of like, I just saw him do comedy. Wait, what the hell is that? Like, why is there a spatula?
Yeah, I could see that.
The amount of times people go, he wasn't kidding about that. I'm like, why would I lie about
I've seen you do it, a half a dozen times, and I'm still like, I can't believe this is real.
Yeah. There was one time a couple of years ago, I was featuring for Adam Ray when he was coming through, and his fans will come multiple nights in the week because he does a lot of crowd work and so good at it, and he'll just like, and so it's not the same show. So his fans will come back, and like one of the dudes that he was like, hey, I bought the spatula from you 2 nights ago, and then I went downtown. We were going to a nightclub, and they were patting me down, and the guy was like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, I don't know how to explain this to you. And he's like, just don't cause any trouble with it.
Had to make sure there's no sharp edges. I
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah.
It is sturdy.
Yep. It's cherry or walnut. I don't know what. Yeah. But so yeah, that's the merch, and it's kind of fun to. A lot of time when I was working on the album and like trying to piece together what, stuff I was going to put on it, I was listening to a lot of, which is its own kind of torture, listening to my own comedy. It's, so I was like, might as well be productive while I do it. So I was, just working on my yard, and I know that we had a neighbor that moved in, and I had a week at Acme. So I was just like going crazy on my deck, just like sanding spatulas, and I'm like, I wonder what she thinks I do. Like,
Right.
this guy's just been on his deck all week while she's moving boxes in and stuff like that. But
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's wild. Have you ever got a complaint from one? Somebody's like, I don't. Yeah.
somebody did post that had snapped in two, and then as I looked, they were trying to lift the Thanksgiving turkey from it, but I did message. I was like, come back, I got you, lifetime warranty, Yeah.
You could have said, hey, we don't guarantee lifting,
Yeah.
20-pound birds.
I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin Thanksgiving with my comedy merch.
Yeah. So you said you're going to have some summer off. The wife's going to have some summer off. What, you said vacation?
Yep,
And
yeah.
then, like, super exciting?
Yeah, we're going to England and France.
What?
Yeah, so we're going to do 2 weeks over there. And we didn't realize this, but we'll be in Paris when the Tour de France ends there.
Holy cow.
And so we're like, this is either going to be crazy, insane fun or crazy, insane. We should not have done this.
You're
but
either going to be way
we're
into
going
it-
either way.
Right, yeah. You might hate it by the time you
Yeah.
leave or be the biggest fan ever.
Yeah, but no, I've never been over there, and we haven't really done anything with, because what grand vacation are you going to take with a 2-year-old that's going to be like, wow, that was money down the drain.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. And that was honestly, we had that planned, and then when Lewis texted me about this week, I was excited just for the opportunity, but I'm like, I'll take a surprise paycheck right before we blow a bunch of money in Europe.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, so this has been really nice to like look forward to this, and just knowing like the shows here, I can really actually work on the next album. Like I have the material, but I've learned over the years there's a difference between having 45 minutes, 60 minutes of material and then having an album. You know what I mean? So partially why I waited so long, it was like 15 years doing comedy before I even was like, I should probably do an album. Maybe could have bumped it ahead a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Just talking with the headliners that I've worked with here, like over the years, you kind of get, that's the other surprise benefit of working here is just like, you get to work like, I didn't mean to name drop like Adam Ray, Chad Daniels, some of these.
I'm a big fan of name dropping. So
Yeah,
please.
well, I
Go
mean,
ahead.
and then like I had some friends from the daycare group or whatever, the parents, they're like, oh, we live in the neighborhood. We've never been here. And then one of the other dads is like plugged into comedy. He's like, go to this one, actually just any night, you just come here, it'll be good,
Yeah.
So
we walked in yesterday and my wife saw the picture of Erica Rhodes on the wall, who's going to be here next week, and she's like, "Oh my God, do you guys want to come back again next week? Let's all just come back next week too."
yeah.
So that'll happen. That'll absolutely happen. Are you going to try to get some? You going to sneak away and try to go on a stage in France or
I
England or
don't
anything?
know.
Come on.
We've been on vacations and stuff in like great comedy cities, like Seattle, Denver, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that to my family. And like, hey, honey, I know we're on a family vacation. You hang out in the hotel with the kid while I go do 5 minutes of like.
Isn't this how you get the write-off on the taxes? You tie it into comedy?
We've worked some working vacations, like the Plus in Eau Claire, which is so good. It's like another amazing club, and they smartly, they'll do a lot of like Thursday or Sunday shows in Eau Claire, knowing that people who are working Friday, Saturday in the Twin Cities could just be like,
Do that one more, yeah.
but yeah, there's a water park in Eau Claire that we always go, it's like a hotel indoor water park thing, and that's when we'll always bring the family and stuff, because that's a heated pool. We've gone to other hotels that like chill their pools or something. Like I don't know how they get them that cold, but like of course the 4 or 5 year old doesn't care.
They
She's just
couldn't care less.
My wife and I are like, okay, I'll take a turn this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How are we doing, Kev? I think we put Kevin to sleep in the back of the room. Is there anything else we should be mentioning that you wanted to let people know about?
Next week, I kind of the only way that I blend comedy and music is with Mary Mac's North Star Comedy Hour.
Yes, talk about it.
Yeah, so we've been doing this. She and her husband Tim Harmson have been doing some version of the North Star Comedy Hour. It's like a variety show. I think she's described it like Prairie Home Companion, but we acknowledge the town probably has some meth heads. Like it's kind of that vibe where it's like it's a little kind of folksy humor with music, poetry, all that stuff. But me and a lot of the guys from the bands that I played with and stuff, we have kind of a stable or a roster of like we're the house band, and it's so fun. We get to play like there's always a game show, and we've kind of made it a tradition for every time there's like a segment where you need a theme song, we just do like a parody song of a classic rock tune. So this time I think she's got the sketch is it's a commercial for like doctors who put your docs in like up in the lake country. Okay. So we're working on the Rolling Stones song "Can You Hear Me Knocking," but it's Can we put your doc in? And, yeah, we've done all sorts of so that's always been fun to kind of goof around. And like I have friends who they're like, hey, if you ever need a sub for that, that sounds so fun because you play like 4 bars, people walk in, and it's kind of it's a shit show that always comes together at the last minute.
And that's in some small town, right?
It's in Solon Springs, Wisconsin.
Where's that?
It's kind of up by Hayward. It's great. It's like going to be an outdoor amphitheater thing, and you can kind of pull your blankets, your picnic table. We've done it mostly in the northern Wisconsin. We've done some here for like the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival we did one last year. But so. And she puts it out as a podcast too, like kind of clips up the episodes or the shows. So North Star Comedy Hour. It's always a good time.
I saw the ad for it the other day. Yeah. I need to get to one of those again. Those are sweet.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a shit show that somehow comes together. I don't know how she juggles like multiple bands and poetries and sketches and radio.
Aren't there occasionally meat raffles as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Some sort of food raffle.
Yeah,
I think so. All right. Well, we still have some shows. You have shows this weekend. We're going to get this out as soon as possible. Yeah. People got to come see you, support you. And you have CDs for sale and utensils.
I always joke, it's somehow the CD is the most useless merch compared to like artisanal kitchenware, But my mom she's like, I want like a physical CD. And to me, I want one too, And there's kind of going back to what you're saying about with PlayStation getting rid of physical media.
See?
There are people, I'll always have like a physical representation of that album. And there was a guy last night. He's like, oh, I listen to CDs all the time. How much for a CD? I'm like, honestly, if you listen to it, just take it.
Hell yeah.
I already made back, I emailed this copycats and I was like, what's the smallest order of CDs? And I still have like 150 left, geez. But
I have one in my house. I got one from you.
But come on out to the shows, stuff that's not on the CD.
Yeah.
But it's always a good time here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's do this again, solo.
Sure.
Once again.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.